Learning English does not have to be boring or difficult. One of the best and most natural ways to improve your English is by listening to podcasts. Podcasts help you hear real English, spoken by real people, in everyday situations. You can listen to them anywhere, while walking, cooking, driving, or even relaxing. The best part is that you do not need to study with books all the time. You simply listen and let your brain get used to the rhythm and sounds of the language. When you listen to podcasts regularly, you start to understand how native speakers really talk. You hear different accents, tones, and emotions. You learn how words are used in real life, not just from grammar rules. Slowly, you begin to think in English without even trying. This is why podcasts are so powerful. In the beginning, it might feel hard to understand everything, but that is normal. Your ears are learning, just like your brain. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. You start recognizing words, then phrases, and soon you will catch whole sentences. Step by step, your listening improves naturally. So, if you want to make your English better every single day, start with podcasts. Make them a part of your daily life, and you will be surprised how much progress you can make without even noticing. When you listen to English podcasts, one of the biggest mistakes is trying to translate every single word into your native language. This slows you down and makes your brain tired. Instead of enjoying the story or the conversation, you start focusing too much on the meaning of each word. But real understanding does not come from translation. It comes from context and feeling. Think about how children learn their first language. They do not translate. They listen again and again until the meaning becomes clear. You can do the same with English. When you hear a new word, do not stop the audio. Try to understand it from the situation. Listen to how it is used. Is the person happy or sad when they say it? Are they asking a question or giving advice? The tone and emotion help you understand much more than a dictionary ever can. At first, it might be uncomfortable not to translate, but this is how your brain learns to think in English. If you always translate, your mind stays stuck between two languages. But when you listen and focus on the meaning instead of words, you begin to connect directly with English. It becomes faster, more natural, and easier to remember. You can even practice this while listening to your favorite podcast. Choose a short episode, maybe 5 minutes long. Listen once without stopping. Then listen again and try to describe what you understood in simple English. You will notice that you remember more than you thought. Over time, you will depend less on translation and more on intuition. That is the key to real listening progress. Start small, but every day. Many people start learning English with big plans. They listen to long podcasts for an hour and try to understand everything. After a few days, they feel tired and give up. But learning a language is not about how much you do in one day. It is about what you do every day. Small and consistent practice is much more powerful than long and random study sessions. If you listen to English for just 10 minutes a day, it is already enough to make real progress. Your brain learns best when it hears the language regularly. Even short daily listening helps your ears stay connected to English sounds. Over time, these small moments add up and create big improvement. You can start with short, simple podcasts. Choose topics that you enjoy. It can be about travel, stories, motivation, or daily life. The more you enjoy it, the easier it becomes to listen every day. You do not have to understand every word. What matters is the habit. When you build the habit of listening daily, your brain starts expecting English every day, and learning becomes automatic. You can also create a small routine. For example, listen to a short podcast while drinking your morning coffee or before going to sleep. Make it part of your lifestyle, not just a study plan. This way, you will never feel tired or bored. You will learn naturally, step by step, without pressure. So remember, do not wait for a perfect day to start. Start today, even with a few minutes. A small step repeated daily is much stronger than a big step taken once. Choosing the right podcast is one of the most important parts of learning English effectively. If the podcast is too difficult, you will feel lost and unmotivated. If it is too easy, you will not improve. The best way is to find podcasts that match your current level but still challenge you a little. You should be able to understand the main ideas, even if you do not know every single word. For beginners, it is better to start with slow and clear podcasts made for English learners. These usually have simple vocabulary, natural pronunciation, and shorter episodes. They help you build confidence and get used to listening without stress. As you improve, you can move to podcasts where people speak faster and use more natural expressions. Also, choose topics that really interest you. If you love movies, find a podcast about cinema. If you enjoy stories, listen to storytelling podcasts. When the topic is something you care about, your brain pays more attention and remembers better. Motivation grows naturally when you enjoy what you hear. Try different podcasts and find the ones that make you feel comfortable and curious at the same time. Some learners even follow the same podcast for months, listening to every episode until they fully understand the host's speaking style. Others prefer listening to different voices and accents to train their ears. Both ways are great. What matters is that you listen actively, not just passively. When you find the right podcast, stick with it and listen regularly. The more you listen to the same voices, the more familiar they become. This helps your brain recognize sounds faster and understand meaning without thinking. Over time, you will feel your confidence grow naturally. Repeat and shadow what you hear. Listening is not just about hearing words. It is also about training your mouth and brain to work together. One of the most powerful ways to do this is by repeating and shadowing what you hear. Shadowing means speaking at the same time as the speaker, trying to copy their pronunciation, tone, and rhythm as closely as possible. At first, this may feel strange or difficult, but it is one of the best exercises to sound more natural in English. When you repeat what you hear, you start to feel how native speakers connect words and use intonation. You will notice that English has a special rhythm. Some words are stressed more, others are softer, and together they create a flow. By copying this flow, your own speaking becomes smoother and more confident. You can start small. Pick one short podcast episode, maybe just a few sentences. Listen carefully and then repeat the same lines out loud. Try to match the speaker's voice, speed, and emotion. If you make mistakes, that is okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to train your ear and your tongue to move together. The more you do it, the more natural English will sound when you speak. Shadowing also helps your listening skills. When you repeat, you focus more on details you did not notice before, like how words are linked or how a question sounds different from a statement. This deep listening helps you understand conversations much better in real life. Try to make shadowing a fun daily habit. You can even do it in front of a mirror to see your mouth movements. In time, you will notice that your pronunciation improves, your speaking speed increases, and your confidence grows with every session. Learning English with podcasts is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. When you listen every day, even for a short time, you create a strong habit that helps your brain grow used to English naturally. You stop feeling nervous when you hear new words, and you start understanding more without even realizing it. The secret is not to study harder but to make learning a simple part of your life. Maybe you listen on your way to work, while walking outside, or before sleeping. These small moments build up day by day. Over time, your listening, your pronunciation, and your confidence will all improve together. Do not wait for the right time or perfect material. Start with what you have and just listen. Let English become a normal part of your world. You will be surprised how much progress you make when you turn it into a daily routine. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel Daily English Academy for more easy and fun English learning podcasts. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I would love to know how you practice your English every day. Your ideas and stories can inspire others too. Let's keep learning together, one day at a time.